Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well, thank you for joining me. Well, that was a hell of a mess yesterday, wasn't it, with what happened with Rupert Lowe. All of that coming out, having the whip removed, and it's all over the news, predictably. And to me, on the face of it, it's a massive own goal for the establishment. You know, it's another excuse to give Reform a good kicking. But after spending an evening away from it and thinking about it and looking at it, is all as it seems. One of the main problems is, do people still support Reform as a result of kicking Rupert Lowe out? Now, to be clear, I'm an absolute 100% cast iron supporter of Rupert Lowe. As an MP, I like everything he says, everything he does, and I only wish he was my MP instead of the lefty Labour type person we've got down here at the moment. That being said, he's got a big problem. Now, Reform, what effect does this have on the way you feel about Reform? Could you still support them after all this? Well, I asked the question, and that's important. Do you still support Reform? And here's the results of the little poll I put up on the channel yesterday, and you can see overwhelmingly on the back of probably about 2,500 votes by now, a lot of you will still support Reform because you're behind this idea, as I am, that things need to change in this country with regard to our political discourse. And like it or not, at the moment, that change is Reform. That's what people see as that change, that immediate shift to something better. Now, I have my own concerns, of course I do, and I've done a little bit of checking in the background, and, you know, that elevates my concerns to a level. But at the end of the day, we do have that engine, that vehicle, that Reform vehicle, which we can drive in the right direction to try and affect the change in this country we want. And I hope at some point, and as you can see from this tweet here, Rupert Lowe has asked Nigel Farage repeatedly to have a sit down and resolve their differences like gentlemen. That's how we did things. Talk about it, shake hands, bygones be bygones. You know, there's many people in this world who you'll find you'll live rent-free in their head forevermore, who severely need help, but you can't help those. But in this case, hopefully at some point that could happen. Now, that statement that Reform put out was a giant cock-up. On the face of it, you would think that Rupert Lowe was responsible for everything, according to the author of that statement. But if you read it again, it doesn't say that. It's just a poorly written statement, poorly punctuated, poorly worded, and it's all designed for the maximum damage possible. Now, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think the timing of the whole thing stinks. I really, really do. But the key factor is, can you still support Reform? And as I showed you from the little poll, majority of people are saying yes, we can, because the future of the country is more important than what they see as a spat between Rupert Lowe and Nigel Farage. Of course, the rot probably does go deeper, but as I'm keenly reminded, we don't know. And we probably never will. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a look at these videos. As always, thank you for the support. I look forward to talking to you soon. Toodaloo.